Let's go.
Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast to come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, said it's the Porch Podcast to come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
P Original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. Say it every week. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you.
You.
New week, new episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a little minute, but we back. Let me go ahead and put this thing on vibrate so that we don't have any interruptions.
We good up there?
Everything's good?
Ain't nothing slant.
Nah.
No slant ball, so.
Nah, we cool.
Pause.
We cool.
Yeah.
Easily make adjustments, but I think we should be solid.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Missed y'all a week, you know?
yeah, we missed you.
Before we get into it, you know, me and Edie, y'all know how we like to do each and every week. We like to make sure we checking with each other, you know what I mean, with y'all, because we check on each other and with each other on a regular basis.
Right.
With that being said, brother, you know, how's your week been? I guess technically
2 weeks.
Technically 2 weeks. How's it?
Technically 2 weeks. Been good. Been good, just busy.
Yeah, and just
It's
ready to
busy.
kick up.
Oh, yeah,
Kick
yeah.
up.
We're getting
Holidays
holiday
is-
season time, you know what I
You
mean?
might have been busy, but you about to be
about
busier.
get by, yeah, but you know, it's the fun time though, because it's like after this run,
Mm-hmm.
right after the holidays, it starts to mellow. Unless you get you a couple birthday parties, which I got a couple of them lined up, and right after that, so you know,
That's what's up. And, you know, shouting out any events, anything big lately you just did, or you know?
oh yeah, well you know, shout out to my brothers, you know, Shoes, Happy Born Day Shoes again,
Happy Born Day,
Happy
brother.
Born Day Hub, you know what I mean.
Happy Born Day, bro.
Coopers, Riverview, Trenton, New Jersey, Pleasure P. Pleasure P was there this past Saturday. Just can't go ahead and clap it up
Yo.
for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they called you? But was you ever boyfriend number 2?
Nah.
Yeah, see? That's what
Nah.
y'all know which Pleasure P I'm talking about then.
He's Pleasure P. He's Pleasure P number 2.
Yeah.
So maybe he was number 2. That would make me the original number 1. So no.
Good event though, man. Shout out to See Those Shoes for bringing out. They always been flashlight team. You know what I mean. My brother DK. You know what I mean.
Shout out to bro.
You know, you looking at it, he had the yellow lumberjack looking like a bumblebee out there, bitch on him. You know what I mean.
Okay.
You know what I mean. My brother. Shout out to H. H was frustrated. I'm just telling it all. Like H was frustrated.
How's that different from any
You know
other
what
time?
I mean? And I'm always there with him. You know what I mean? He gets it right. He reels it right back in, though. He
Yeah.
always reels it right back in.
Okay.
Shout out Bark the Ripper, man. Listen, Barky's got to
Talk
be.
to the money,
Got to
baby.
be one of the funniest people I know besides that. You know what I mean? Bark, you know how we do, man. That's it. That's all. I ain't gonna say that.
That's it. And that's all. You know how we do.
That's how it is,
That's
man.
it. That's all.
Yeah, but everybody, we came together for a spectacular event. It was beautiful, man. It was nice. You know, me gonna clap it up for that. But you know, coming up next, got a shout out. Got to shout out Big U, Island Dreams, Huster King, Westwell, Barks back on the scene, Razor Sharp Barbershop. You know, they bringing the boss,
Okay.
Ricky Rose.
Ricky Rose.
On Black Friday.
It is.
Blackout event.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Black Bottle Boys, all them being in the build. Like, listen, it's big for the city, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Big
goodness.
for the city, man. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what, man? That's why I said, bro, shouting them out, man. You know,
Yeah.
highlighting these brothers because, you know, they ain't got to do it. I mean, obviously, they have to, come on now. You can make some money
Right.
doing the situation. I ain't taking nothing from that.
Right.
But, you know, it's still big.
Yeah.
It's still a big thing. So, shout out to that, What
And
else?
then after that, December
else?
13th.
Here we go.
You know what I mean?
There we go.
They bring it. Listen, bringing Max B. I make sure
Okay.
that's Max B.
Now, before that, like you did say the 6th, though, Intellectual Vibes.
Yeah,
The next one?
I was talking about at Cooper's at one time. I was coming back, but I shouldn't skip a date. at
That's
the
okay.
same
Well, I
time.
can plug that one. That's no
December
problem.
6th.
December 6th.
Yeah, Intellectual Vibes.
That's
We back
it.
on it. We
Intellectual
back on
vibes.
it. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
You know, poetry, R&B, and eats, man.
That's it.
You know, good food, good time. You know what I mean? If you want to put on your poetry sweater and come out, he already told y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a certain, poetry dress code that, you have or whatever. You know what I mean? It was a dope event, the last one we just went to, and we actually were, a part of.
Right.
So check that out if that's your bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Poetry, intellectual vibes, R&B, good food. Sound like a great time to me. We'll be there. So
Yeah, we'll definitely
hopefully
be
we
there.
can see y'all there.
We'll definitely be there. You know
So
what I
on
mean?
the 13th, or you said 12th, 13th weekend? What we got?
13th.
What you got?
The 13th. I'm getting the flyer, man, so I'll make sure I got this right. You know what I mean?
We appreciate it.
Yeah, but keep
Yeah, no, we appreciate
keep
it.
talking because
Because I don't want you to freestyle it. You know what I mean? It's definitely
We
at
just gonna
Cooper's,
shout-
though.
Oh, it's there. Yeah, Max B is coming
It's
December
Max
13th.
B. You know what I mean? Welcome home, Max B.
Yeah,
At Cooper's.
yeah.
Big things. You know who's putting it together?
I believe it's man. That's why I got to get right to it. I want to do this the right way.
Okay.
This the right way.
Okay, well, while you look for that, you know what I mean? Last 2 weeks, man, been cool. Been trying to, like I said, grow this whole new business venture, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the whole videography thing. So I've been doing a lot of work with that. That's what's up.
Right.
Other than that, life been lifing, you know what I'm saying? So trying to manage the moves, I swear every year, around these holidays and stuff, you got to play them safe, play them smart, because these holidays seem to, bring on different things. But, for the most part, man, everything's been manageable.
Copacetic.
Everything's been manageable.
I said scatic. Copacetic.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Copacetic.
brings us to a new episode, new week. We back.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we all caught up, man, we can move on to the next phase of this conversation.
As we can. And just to get this, it said the town presents Max B and Friends, the return of the wave. That's Saturday, December 13th. You know what I mean? Hosted by my family, by our family, Gucci Mike. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And music by DJ Bake, man. It's the town. They said the town, so it's a coalition that's doing that right
Okay.
now.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I mean?
That's what's up.
So,
That's what's up.
That's what that is. But this is big, man. It's just big, and like you said, as we move on, we all in a good place as we going into the holidays. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you what else I was excited about this last week. I wasn't excited about the L, but football was pretty decent this weekend for me.
Yeah, I mean what's this, week 11?
Yeah, week 11. I mean, they called this cinema, even though we lost. They said all the score changes with the Bucks and the Bills. It was a highly entertaining game, they said.
No, they had some good stuff on.
Yeah.
They had some good games on slate.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I don't know about the DraftKings element of that. I'm quite sure you had, like every week, you had some winners and some losers.
Oh yeah. I ain't bet all season like that. Maybe twice. I ain't really been rocking with it, man.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like you said, it's been some quality games.
That
man.
don't mean we won't do a partnership with y'all.
Please understand it.
Yeah.
Please understand it. Not to be confused with anything else.
Nah, we'll
You
do
get
a
in
part-
touch with us. I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just mentioned one had nothing to do with. We don't have we don't have an agreement or anything.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like he said, just because it's only been 2 bets this year, don't mean we can't talk about it. I bet you if you send it over,
Yeah, it'll be.
it's a good chance of a partnership.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a bet. I'm
That's a
willing
bet.
to
Yeah,
put the house
I
on that
put
one.
that. No, don't put the house.
You
on.
know what I mean? No, I would if it was right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it was, not physically like the crib, but I mean, just like, I push all the chips in the center table.
Yeah, nah, I got you.
It's worthy. It's worthy.
You going all in.
So you get the best outcome.
You go. You go all the way in.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You pull
Like,
out
what are you
fast
saving-
or slow?
What are you saving it for? Why pull out? You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, they say when your bet is good, you should stick with it. You shouldn't cash out early all the time. You know what I mean? Like they give you what they call that thing? They give you an early payout? What is it called? Was it not an early
buyout.
payout? A buyout.
Yeah.
That's because they're looking. The odds are really kind of leaning in your favor for you to go ahead and.
Yeah,
so they say, look, let's give you this little bit
Yeah.
because we don't want you to go ahead and win the bigger pot.
leave it
So
in.
what I'm saying to you is, for what?
Leave it in.
Sometimes in life you got to just know when to leave it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when, you know what I mean, this going good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you feel like,
one of the games might end funny.
Yeah.
Might want to get out of there. DraftKings.
DraftKings
Why
or
not?
Crash Kings. Why not?
So,
Yes, that's what I needed
I like
right
the way
there.
we started this one off.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's getting ready to be a wild night.
You
man.
know, as we talk about betting,
Yeah,
gambling,
shaking the dice.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. In regards to gambling, in my opinion, you may
Questions,
feel
questions
a
for
little
E.
different.
That's how we start.
Or
the
just
show.
putting it out there for all of you guys who are tuning in. Leave your responses in the comment if you got your, which I want to touch on the concept of, a penny for your thoughts and 2 cents because, what you going to do with your pennies now?
Yeah, ain't making them no more.
I found out today it costs about 3.8 cents to make a penny. I found out today, I think it's 13.5 cents to make a nickel. Somebody put on there, was a comment that I looked at, Link showed me earlier. She said with the penny already being done,
The nickel's
how
nice.
far away is the nickel?
I said that to somebody the other day. I literally said that.
Did you know it takes 13.8 cents to make a nickel?
No.
Like, bro, when I sat there and I was today years old when I found that out. Where's
that
I'm
don't
sitting
even
here.
make sense.
So I'm like, well, did it ever?
Double meaning. It doesn't
Yeah.
even make sense.
Yeah,
or sense.
sense. Like, what I mean? Like you said, bro, like, it doesn't. You know what I mean? And so when I thought about it, because this is how I ran into the situation. Okay, cool. I'm at Chick-fil-A the other day.
Right.
Bill came to $10.08. You know what I mean? I'm like, we don't want a bunch of change. Miss, let me run to the car and grab 8 cents for you. Took off. Boom. So I get back. My mom was paying her. You know what I mean? She had her own bread, whatever. She was paying her. I got back. I went to get a lady the 8 cents. She said to me, it didn't matter because we can't take the pennies anyway. So I said, okay, so I'm wondering. I didn't say this to her. Young lady, she just following orders. She working.
Yeah.
She ain't got no explanation for that to my knowledge. So I said to myself, I wonder if mom would have gave her a $10 bill and a dime. What was you going to just keep the 2 pennies? Or was you going to give her the 2 pennies? So you can't take them, but you can give them out.
They're going to give them a dime.
I don't know, right? Or do they round up? Opened up a conversation talking about taxes because when you put tax into it, a lot of times things will throw that odd number into it. So what you going to adjust the tax? Either going to take tax up or take tax down. You know what I mean? Bro was saying that. I'll tell you more about that later. But it was just like, hey, that makes a lot of sense. But it literally was costing more to make a penny than the penny was worth. Like right now, it's costing more to make a nickel than the nickel is worth. Don't it make you start wondering about what else in life we pay all this money for and the value of it is clearly not even worth the thing?
It's just a way for people to get paid.
Yeah, but it's crazy because the
Because
world.
who does the 13 cent go to?
Well, that's what I'm
If
saying.
we're building them, if we're creating American currency,
right?
then who does the 13
We give it a
cent?
value,
Yeah.
but it costs us 13.8
It's
cents to
just
make a
another way
nickel.
for people to make money.
And it's their way of going ahead and get ready to phase out all this paper money and this coin
Yeah.
money and go with
Well,
digital.
cash only 3% of the currency in the world. Ain't it?
That's what I'm
3%.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's on its way up
Yeah.
out of there. Yeah. So it makes us think about a lot of things. I had a conversation with a brother earlier in regards to this. So we were talking about money. The concept, me and you talk about this a lot too, is not only understanding the value of money, but how to make money work for you, right? Not only how to make money work for you, but how to, because you say all the time, you know what I mean? It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. And the reality of it, imagine all this time you've been saving pennies in your bank, nickels, dimes, and all these things. And the value that you get in exchange for them, you are expecting 1 for 1 or 5 for 5 or 10, so on and so forth. And the whole time, one would ask the question, well, if it's always taking more to make this, where's it all going? Like, I don't understand where the concept.
Yeah, who's getting the game?
Who's getting the game? I think some of the things that we deal with in life terms of like habit, right? We don't, and I'm just using fear in this situation, false evidence appearing real, but fear in this situation because of the fact that it brings me to my question. Are we the biggest contributors to our children's fears?
Yes.
Okay. Care to elaborate on that,
Especially when
brother?
they look up to us.
Okay. Okay.
We was a kid. We would sit there with a kid. Our parents ain't like to fly.
Okay.
So as a kid, we like, I ain't getting on no airplane.
Right.
Because they ain't want to get on the airplane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then one day we just like, no, I gotta do this. And this might ruffle some feathers, but it all depends on the person. But a lot of time, I often see women stay in that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
That whoever the parent was that said that this ain't gonna right, they stay in that mentality and never move on it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah, I've often seen that.
I agree with
It's
you.
not a knock on y'all or nothing.
No,
No,
but
it's
but
just-
that's why my
just-
question is:
Right.
are we the biggest contributors?
Yeah.
Right? Because I believe
When
like
you say we, are you saying? And I don't mean to be so direct.
yeah,
But
please.
are you saying men? Or are you saying parents?
So I like to unpack both.
Okay.
So I wanted to do an overall first, and then I
Okay.
wanted to do an individual and an
right.
unpacking of that. You just made an assessment of some of the things that the mothers may have experienced, and some of the things they kind of, translate out there or put out there, for a child to
I
be able
said,
to say.
I said I was gonna unpack it to mothers because I said women. I never really said mothers.
So you
I
did.
said- I
So
said
women.
women.
So women, you was
Right.
going to unpack it to
But
mothers.
I
Fair enough.
was gonna go to mothers because what it is mothers are in the society we live in and where we come from, and fathers are getting better, but the mom is always there with the kid.
Right.
Right. So it's that's why I said I was going to unpack it to mothers, but what a lot of times with their fears or with their, and they don't like to see it as fear, but it is fear.
Mm-hmm.
Their holdbacks, they're where they're shy at.
Okay.
Where they're reluctant to do certain things.
There we go.
You know what I
Got you.
mean?
I'm right there with you. Yep.
All that type of stuff is they don't realize it's something taught that to them or that they seen that's
Mhm.
like that. So when you speak like that, and then the kids here, the kids idolize and follow their mothers to the T.
Yeah.
The straightest, and I gotta say this, but because this is what the
They
straightest.
yearn for their affection.
Yeah.
They yearn for their attention and all that.
The
Yeah.
straightest way for a person to actually, like, feel like they're grasping everything when they're coming up as a kid
Mhm.
is being around who is seen to be the most dominant parent at the time.
Mhm.
And that often, a lot of times, is the mother because you spent 9 months with her inside, then you're already attached to her. They're the ones that's making sure you eat. They're the ones that's making sure you clean.
Mhm.
Not saying that because 9 times out of 10, the dad out there working to make sure that's
You don't
coming
make that
good.
connection at
Yeah.
first as a child, though.
That you
You're
don't
just dealing
see
with the
that.
person that hands you
Right.
the plate. I got
That
you.
you all right.
I'm right there
with
with you. Yep.
So
Yep.
you look at them and say, I'm looking at the strength in them. I'm looking at the guidance in them.
Mm-hmm.
So when they fear something,
Mm-hmm.
you fear it. Oh, don't do that. Oh, why not? You don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
Did you see that? What did I see? What, man?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I'm asking that.
Yeah.
Asking that. That's real. Because when we go through life trying to undo some of the things inside of us, like, why do I think that way?
Right.
Why do I feel that way? Why am I so apprehensive about doing certain things? We never trace back to the point where the origin, where the fear came in.
exactly.
And so that's
The
why I
root.
was saying, so the root, right?
Yeah.
Like if you go back to the root of anything, generally speaking, you can kind of uproot that situation and boom,
You have
you
to.
can grow something else, right?
When you have a weed or a plant that you got to kill, a lot
You
of
gotta-
times they
you gotta
tell
get-
you
you
cut
gotta
out the
uproot
root, burn, and put. Sometimes they tell you to pour gas on it.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
I got this certain, and it's a crazy name. It's not easy to get rid of. You got to burn them, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they grow up my fence,
Mm-hmm.
and when they grow up my fence, it's like we'll cut them down, and then sometimes we cool that they grow back because it gives you kind of privacy, but it's annoying.
Right.
And it's been there forever. I tried to cut them when I first, man. Shout out to cousin Mass got it down. The best was like, cuz you still got to pour something on. Never poured stuff on it. You know what I mean? But because Lee kind of for her reasons was like, it's cool that it grew back up. You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
it gave it some good privacy. You know what I mean? But it's just wow. And then it grew up the tree and everything. It's called I can't remember what it's called. I actually did it. It's another partnership with Google Photos. I clicked in and I said, "What's
Come on.
this?"
Are you serious?
He
Google
said,
Photos?
"What's this?" The Google glasses. The Google
Are
glasses.
you serious?
Google glasses.
You know, the Ray-Ban joints.
Nah, that's Meta.
So you talking about a whole different pair of glasses you was using?
Google glasses it's a program that you could take a picture with Google.
Oh, okay. I never used it,
and it'll tell you.
but I would.
And it'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Just like if you with your medicine.
With our glasses, right?
Yeah,
right.
and you say, "Meta, what am I looking at?"
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
I got you.
But you can actually take a picture on your phone
Mm-hmm.
and upload it to Google Photos and say, "What's this?" And they can tell you exactly and give you history on it and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, we all on the move, y'all. I got something for y'all today that's going to make you go wow when you see it. I got something that, because you got to travel anyway, you're on the move, whether it's business or leisure or whatever it may be, right here. Right here. Super dope bag from a super dope company called Ugly Duckling. Makes men and women apparel, top-notch stuff, quality stuff. Let me stop talking about it and let y'all see the bag. That's really what you want to see anyway, right? First off, can we talk about how it come in a nice little netted bag here? You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Logo on the front right here, Ugly Duckling. Can we look at the quality of the stitching? Look at the stitching, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you check this out. You see how you got the swan? Yeah, that's nice, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to turn around and hit it with this right here. Bam! See that on the back? They ain't spare no expense. Bam! Look at this in the back. Huh? I didn't put that on there. That's part of it, bruh. That's part of it. That's part of what it comes with. Look at the style. They want to make you... Ugly Duckling. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Yeah, that's who made this right here. Yeah, uglyduckling.com. Oh, yeah, got this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna keep no secrets from y'all when I find a company that do it right. Huh? It's only right that I share this with y'all. So you make sure, if you in the market right now for some top quality apparel, i.e. look at my young vet salute, Jersey Cat apparel, and now, Ugly Duckling. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Check that website out. I'm telling y'all, man. You're gonna love it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But make sure y'all go to today for this bag and all the other super dope stuff they got. Y'all be good. I got a trip I'm on. I see y'all later. Get y'all bag. I got mine. Peace, man. Woo.
My take on that, and the reason why I asked that question is because we're their first teachers, obviously, of everything. We're talking about saving money, so, all those things, right? Fear, what we scared of, this, that, and the third, bad habits, good habits, you know what I mean? All those things. We're the first people that introduce it. Now, breaking it down, I would say as men, specifically fathers, I'd rather do that too. We just recently had a conversation that spoke to this. As fathers, sometimes our biggest fear is our families not being covered or prepared.
Right.
Right? For life. And in the process of those things, at some point or another, I think as men, we become very, very aware that, like, at some point you have to start to pour yourself into the thing, right? A good brother of mine made a comment about the situation dealing with skill. The more skills that you have in life, the more things that you can use to provide for you and your family and those things, right? So I don't care I don't care if you're a carpenter on the side, you have to be able to be a painter, you know what I mean? Whatever the case, if that's not your main profession, whatever it is, some kind of skill. Dealing with tech, I would tell anybody who has an interest in tech at this point, if you got a child that seems like they're even remotely interested in that, they should jump into that and really support them. But the point that I want to make in that situation is fear a lot of times happens indirectly because we'll go ahead and we'll say, for instance, if you go get a job, you'll be fine. And we'll talk them away from the thing that they really have a passion for, unless it's something that, we invest into with them. So we don't always know that we sometimes create their fears, right? Because when you make statements like, you're going to get a job or get out of here. It's like, okay, I know I got to go find a way to make some money or either go to school or do something like that, but you're using fear to force a decision, right?
Yeah.
Using fear, especially if you're serious. It's like, if I don't get a job, I got to leave here. I can be homeless. I can be out of here. And when you come from a place of fear, it's hard to build a stable ground in a place that's built on fear.
It's funny that you say this because fear is actually the thing. But like you said, the habits and beliefs are something we have to understand and know for ourselves. Didn't finish watching it yet, but I was watching the documentary right now. It's on Netflix, Being Eddie, by Eddie Murphy. And it's talked about this time where he said around like 12, 13, he was already saying he was going to be famous. And everybody was going to know him by the time he was 18 and all this type of stuff. And he was like, and he was serious. He was locked in. Like, he knew. He believed that. And it showed an interview that his mom had said she didn't like it at first, in a sense. She didn't encourage it. She didn't like. She said she didn't encourage it. Not that she didn't like it. She said, but he was the only one. He knew this. He was the one who really believed and was like, no, I'm doing this. Like, he was so locked in because he wasn't interested in nothing else.
Right.
My fear was, what if he doesn't make it?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
You see that's the
Yes.
reason why I'm saying that.
Yes.
Part. And then he said when he hit 18, everybody go, oh, Eddie, I thought everybody go to name. He said, and then a year later, he got Saturday Night Live, and then everybody knew him when he was like 19. See what I'm saying? But he still faint. Everything he believed. So again, not only did he believe it, he walked it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now imagine not having the support of your mom.
Right.
We talked about the impact from mothers.
Yeah. But it wasn't like she was negatively
She
against
wasn't
him.
that, but
she
was,
admitted it, that it was her fear that what if he doesn't make it?
Like, bro, you see it. Like, if your mom ain't all on board hyping you up, like if your mother don't hype you up,
yeah.
Like, yo, I don't know, man.
And then once you don't have, that's why if it's supposed to be your mother's 3 females that can get you: your mother, your spouse, and your daughter.
Oh yeah, but just like,
But
remember the question is about the kids.
In the beginning, it's your mother. Period.
Yeah, because like you said,
because the question was, do we? And you're saying as parents,
yeah, do we contribute to their fears?
Yes.
So in that
contribute to everything.
So in that particular situation, like you said, Eddie had to find a different kind of support within, because he could see that his mother wasn't really believing in that situation, because her fear was, what if he doesn't accomplish the thing he's setting out to accomplish?
Right.
Well, hell, who?
She said he wasn't interested in nothing else, and that's what.
Right. But imagine if that was the level to which you supported. That if you have a fear that your child will not succeed in something, so I don't want to get behind it because I'm scared he may not succeed. Like, do you understand the limitations on life that you set on a person when the reason why you don't go all in with them is because you're scared of their failure when they're not scared of failure?
Also, when they turn around and make the statement, and she made a statement of because he wasn't interested in nothing else.
Right.
Now, it's not ironic that you take greats.
Yeah.
And that's all they were focused on was the one thing.
Yeah.
And they became great. And I'm going to use 2. Eddie Murphy, as we can see now.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you use those 2, that's
Absolutely.
all they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they knew that's what they were going to do. So the sooner you understand that and live without fear in that position, you'll get heaven on earth fast.
Yeah, but the thing too with your kids, man, I'll say that, a lot of times, like I said, they watch your responses, right? So as fathers, once again, our biggest thing is, if you notice, out of the parents, in my opinion, we're the ones who had a conversation like, I want to make sure y'all good when I'm gone. If you think about it, most of the time, most men are almost speak in that sense that I know I'm going to leave y'all first, right? We don't know that. Even in our dynamic, that didn't happen. Our mother left first.
And he always thought he was going to be first.
Right. And so men, our mentality, we are groomed to teach them, yo, you have to, because if I can't do it, it still has to be done. You understand what I'm saying? And so some of the things that I think that we teach them indirectly, especially as men by fear, is because we're fearful that they won't be ready. We're fearful that they won't be prepared to take the ball and run with it, even in our presence. It don't have to be in our absence. Once they get to that point in life where they won't take the baton and run with it on certain things, right? So even when you start trying to change the narrative, like if you're always the hero, when do they ever gather the concept of saving themselves or putting themselves in positions where they don't have to be rescued? When does that happen, right? Because with fear comes the need to be, what, saved. If I'm scared of something, I want you to get me away from it. I want you to protect me. So if I'm teaching you these things, I can't teach you. It's like building up with one hand, tearing down the other. With the other, I can't teach you to have, a self-preservation mindset. But in the same token, don't do that over there because I'm fearful of what that is. When the thing that may make you great may be right over there. But I'm more supporting it the wrong way. You know what I mean? And it's just a question that comes to mind because as our children are growing up, man, and they're entering different phases of their life, I had to kind of look because my parenting, when they were this age, it changes when they're another age. And then once you realize not only maybe are you projecting fear to some degree, you start looking at your own limitations. Wow, maybe I didn't go after that because I convinced myself that it was something I should be scared of.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to make you just kind of look back and say, wow, even when we talk about all the time, bro, the people that we align ourselves with, right? The company that we keep. If you stay in the company of people that are fretful of a lot of different things, that are very, isolated and put into a box of sorts, chances are you won't grow with those people because they're already of the mindset of staying boxed in because of things they're not willing to try, not willing to experience. So my question, that's where it came from. And the reason why I asked that is because if that's what we're projecting, that's probably why we're seeing some of the things that we're seeing.
Of course.
We wonder why they won't take initiative and won't try to go after certain things. But we done taught them the whole time. No, don't do that.
Listen, we already have explained to life, bro, that what it is with us as people that dictates our life is our habits. And our habits come from our thoughts, right? But anything that you fear, you respect. And anything that you respect, you never forget. And when you don't forget it and it's always on your mind, it's not strange that in that area you fear at, you lack. Because you may fear taking risk. You always play it safe. But God, if you look at every story in the Bible, it came a time in life where they had to risk it all.
They had to go beyond that fear.
Right.
They had to go beyond that
go
comfort
beyond
level.
That fear. And that's the reason
unknown.
why people stay where they at. Because
I agree.
That's why, listen, this type of stuff, like this podcast, DJing, anything I did in entertainment, was I nervous at certain things? Of course. But I didn't fear it because I never thought I'd never would be a part of anything if I didn't try. And the more and more you do anything, you get better at it.
No question.
That's just all it is.
And like I said, the acronym for it is false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
So you just break that down and think about it. Wow. It only appears real to you. Built on false evidence. The reason why me and you didn't have a fear, in my opinion, of flying and all those type of things, because we needed to experience it ourselves. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't just be scared of it because you are.
Because you are.
And I love you. You know what I'm saying? Lead the way. You're giving me some great information, things to think about. However, I got people that I talk to all the time that go many places and they fly. And guess what? They come home and they have great conversations. And if I start to set limits on myself based on what you're comfortable with, then I might as well put my whole life on autopilot.
Right.
And I just was wondering that, man.
It's crazy.
We the biggest contributors.
You just said it's fearing to fly, but put your life on autopilot.
Yeah. I like it. There you go. Sometimes it all comes together.
Sometimes it rhymes slow, sometimes it rhymes quick.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wanted to ask that question. I got another one for you. You know what I mean? He has to do it. It's for no reason.
Yeah.
You know? All of a sudden, he just went into a whole nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Certain things, man. Certain things in life, makes me pose the question: did we age well?
Yeah. Yep. Still aging like fine wine.
Now, I don't, don't exclude it. I mean, that's including.
I'm not talking about looks.
No, that's fine. No, it's part of it. No, you should because age. That's all part of your life.
I mean overall, and I say that is because
we said like fine wine. So
because where it is in did we age well? Yes, because in our experiences, in our fears, we've overcame a lot of them. See, if we'd have stayed in it,
Mm-hmm.
didn't know we didn't age well.
My man, I like how you caught that.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But if we go beyond our fears,
there you go.
we shining.
Okay,
That's what I mean. So hell yeah, we age well.
that's a good way.
That's
to break
how I
it
see
down.
it.
Yeah, no, because I think that's a fair question, right? Some people
Oh,
think
absolutely.
that
Absolutely.
cosmetically or
Yeah.
or aesthetically, some people they
Mhm.
gauge that response based on that. Like if you still look good,
Right.
for your age and all that kind of stuff, which, generally speaking, if you took care of yourself in life, let something something crazy happen,
Right.
you should. You know what I mean? But certain things, I think some people allowed to be at the forefront of a question like aging well.
Right.
Like when we talk about becoming unks and OGs and all these type of
Oh,
things,
yeah.
like we want to age well.
Yeah.
We want to have a value for the generations of others to come. Springboarding off of my conversation or the thing that I brought up about us contributing to their fears. Well, the reason why I asked the question if we age well, because if we age well, generally speaking, we can help others age well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we age poorly, maybe we don't need to be trying to help anybody get anywhere to anything.
There it is. The reason, but do you know what actually is the key ingredient of aging well? Education and applying what you learn. When you learn from a mistake, but don't change your actions,
Mm-hmm.
and you wonder why you keep falling the mistake, you actually you're insane. That's just really what it is.
Yeah.
Bro, I heard this. I'm telling you. I think it was on Winning Time. But I've been saying it to people, and I make them just really, it's this simple. I said it yesterday. You said it's that simple. If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Yeah. 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 And I think that we get better. Like I want to say, like, shout out to Tay Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you look up and you see the movement of things that you see, like when you look up and you see people doing push-ups, pushing up over breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
Biz, shout out to Biz.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it, and we start to flood the timeline with things that's positive, and you see it catching on, you seeing not only the brothers that we grew up with, but also younger brothers. When they doing it, you say, yo, we might be able to be all right, man. Because sometimes, bro, after you kind of organize your own life and get your things and your priorities in order, and you kind of learn how to be able to bust all your moves a certain type of way. Now you start trying to look like, because you can't help nobody else until you help yourself. Once you kind of get yourself in the right rhythm, you start looking around. Yo, how can I be impactful?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because like once you start to unpack yourself and you realize, yo, the reason why I haven't done this in my life because I'm scared, I'm fearful. Let me keep it a stack. Now let me go back and find that uproot that situation, and now start to present myself from a place of, of non-fear. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when you really break down the acronym for the false evidence, if I told you something that, bro, that's false evidence, bro.
Fake news.
It's appearing real. And that's because somebody told you that it has the potential to be harmful, slow you down, not be productive. You tell me, I'm already in the motion of that. I've been doing that. I'm telling you that's inaccurate. That means that somebody told you that, bro, and it had the potential to almost derail you, but you were strong enough to overcome that fear and be where you are today. So when you look at the generations of people that's now, when I see brothers like Tay and like I said, Biz out there doing what they doing, they outside in the communities, bro. They ain't in places where, they in places that they have been.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it the other day. I'm trying to remember who we had. Somebody was at the joint that you was talking about earlier with, I think, Pleasure P.
Mm-hmm.
And they was doing the push-ups right there at the joint.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tay was there.
And it was dope because now he's synonymous. When people see him, they think about Tay, they know him, but then also it's like, yo, pushing up over breaking down. And it's like, yo, That's what I'm talking about. Like the fear of not being able to be a difference maker because it requires you to release a part of yourself where you're not going to be viewed in the same light as you once. Like, we're getting past those things. We getting to a place now, bro, where we got to set more examples. That's why I asked you, do you think you age well? Nah,
Yeah.
of course you said that. You said you did.
Yeah.
There's some things in my life I think I aged well, and there's some things in my life I had to get some age on me to be better.
Right. That too. But that still falls in the category of aging well. Even when you said the way you just said it,
Right.
we're still, because it's, say it again one more time. It's some things you still have
There's
to.
some things that I did age well with,
Yeah.
and then there's some things I had to get some age on me to
To
get
get
well
better.
in, like to
Right.
get better in, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But the point is, even with you age, because you're going to age regardless,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And to get better in, you're better in it, not just because you aged, but because you practiced it.
Yeah.
So again, like I said,
that's the time
key.
with it. That's the
The
time
key
with it.
education is education,
Yeah,
and applying it after you learn it.
I agree.
That's it.
I
That's the
agree,
element to
bro.
the whole
Nah,
situation, man.
I agree. I think that once we understand that we have more authority,
Right,
right, over ourselves and the
Right.
things that we do,
right.
I think the better. You know what I mean? And I just, let's get ready to approach a new year, man. Some of these questions that you hear me asking is because if not, I want to already be actively working on them,
Right.
right? I want to be actively doing the things that I know.
And you are on a daily basis.
And I try. But if you don't keep asking yourself questions, you won't keep looking for answers.
Nah, it's true. That's really true, bro.
Fear becomes the teacher when you don't have the information.
There you go.
Let's go a step further and say, okay, because we understand that a lot of things that don't happen derive from a place of ignorance, of not knowing, or choosing not to be disciplined. It's generally most things come from. People either have the knowledge and choose not to apply it, or don't have the knowledge and choose to evade it. That's generally the ways that it goes, right? So once you know it, you can't evade. Now you can't deny it, right? You're not ignorant to it anymore. You're just choosing not to, to activate said thing. When you look up and you realize that that's more on you than the process, then you start to discover, wow, the whole time I'm thinking it's something I can't accomplish, when in the reality of it, it's just me not willing to be disciplined,
There it is.
right? So it's just mind-blowing how you can turn around and you can discover today that it takes 13.8 or 5 cents to make a nickel.
A nickel.
So when you add the concept of telling a person, yo, if you save $3 a day for a year, you'll have almost $1,100 in whatever account that you threw that $3 a day in, piggy bank or whatever you want to have, and the person to turn around and say, wow, it seems like it's that easy, because it is. But you've been taught to be fretful of doing certain things. People be scared to put their money in the banks and in other things because, oh man, what if this happens? What if that mattress that you've been stuffing that money in all that time catch on fire? Same situation, right? So when you realize in life a lot of our limitations are on the back end of fear or things that we just simply don't understand, you start to realize, wow, I'm not where I want to be, not because the opportunity hasn't presented itself, but I've been around here false evidence appearing real. I've been around here off of that. So that's where that is. Oh, wow. This is new. This is
Nah.
so
I'm listening. I'm taking it all in.
what are you taking? Pause. You listening and you taking it all in. Yeah. So that's my thing.
Nah, I
man.
was. I. It looked like I nodded, but I closed my eyes and was listening to what you're saying, man.
He get up 2:17 in the morning every day. Y'all.
I get up early, y'all, in the forest.
You know what I mean?
In the forest,
And then he has this button. Him and my father have this button that's activated in their hind parts. And when they sit down, it initiates time to relax and start to go into the. You know what I
I'm in
mean?
a relaxing state here in the Porch Podcast Studios, man.
You know what I mean? And so a lot of what y'all see is just the after effects of a hardworking guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know when you see a nod and a doze like that, sometimes you think something might be wrong.
No powders involved. Oh man.
But there's no.
Yeah, I
there's
did
no
cross the line. Though. I got right. You know how you be like, I was almost there. I had went right across.
What
and then
line
I
did you
sat-
cross?
The cross of, I was asleep for about a 0.10 seconds. I was out.
Oh, so you admitting to that, like an honorable person should do.
Yeah.
I'm going to clean it up and leave it like that because you're my brother. So
Yeah.
I'd rather.
You got any
segue into
questions
that.
for me, man?
So let's get into some questions. Man. Let's get into some questions. Some would you rather's, man.
Would you rather? All right. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather. He's going to ask me a serious question. I may have an answer. P, let's get to it.
Jump right into the questions, man. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
I got to shout, man, because if I don't,
I know.
I won't be heard.
That's wow. Like you sit up there, you think about it, so you can't walk around ASMR all the
You
time.
can walk around. I'm mad as shit.
You're gonna ask for your powder a little lower.
Be at the restaurant. Like, can I get turkey bacon?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know.
Low
I ain't turning that up, man. That's you're just gonna have to hear it low like that. That's crazy. Would you rather never have to wait in line or always have a parking spot?
Now I have to wait in line. Catch a lift.
Yeah. He said, I just want to walk in. I don't want to wait. I just want to walk in. Yeah. I don't have the patience for the line.
I know you don't, bitch.
So I'm definitely going to just,
yeah.
I'm going in there. I don't ever want to wait in line.
You
man.
said always have a parking spot. That's dope. But I'm gonna find a parking spot. You know what I mean? But I ain't gotta wait in line after that.
Okay. In the running theme of what we're talking about tonight, would you rather never age physically or never age mentally?
Never age.
Now do your deep dive into that because I know like sometimes you'll joke, but then there's a
It's a fine line. Nah, I mean
it's just a deeper element to it. That's all.
that's hard, bro. Cause I can't be a little kid forever.
Okay.
What's the
Physically or mentally?
I can't physically be a little kid forever.
Yeah.
Cause what's the best? What? You're a little kid. You 6, but you know everything.
Right.
It don't matter. You can't go
Right.
nowhere, bitch. Like you know what I mean.
You gotta figure.
But-
Go ahead. Yeah, it's
You
interesting.
grow as a person. You grow physically, but you don't know nothing.
And so you see what that is, right? Like
That's a good question.
mentally, if I don't mature, I mean, maybe that's not the same as growing this, but let's use grow in the form of maturity. If I stay a child physically, there's certain things that I'm just not going to be able to do. Because I don't care what nobody say, you don't believe me. You see how many of them videos out there where you got the young boy think old head is something to play with. And old head slapping with one of them hands that he was working on Amtrak railroads for 37 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Younger didn't know that. And he opened palm him. And plus most of the guys,
You don't understand that old head. Old head was outside earlier with no gloves on, changing the tires on on the truck.
Pause. Hard palming a tree.
Hard popping the tree.
Pow! 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 While Youngin in the house playing Call of Duty with a controller.
Yeah.
And then you wondering why, you know what I mean? In real life.
But
Yeah.
but at least as an adult, and
Yeah.
I may not mentally have nothing. People don't know I mentally. I still got the bounce. I gotta have the bounce, man. I gotta have the bounce.
Yeah, we've established that.
Yeah.
I've talked to people outside of the show that said it don't matter whatever you compare it to losing. If the bounce is the other option, I just won't eat pizza anymore or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't eat anymore.
I ain't losing the bounce.
That means I just can't go to the movies no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. But I mean, I think that I would want to age mentally because I think that there's some things that I was more prepared to know and live in life.
Yeah,
later.
but well, you say they got to at least let me become a younger. Like, let me. All right, if I age mentally, but don't grow no
we
more.
see
after
it sometimes
22,
now anyway, though.
But if-
we got some old heads that's acting like young boys anyway.
Right, but listen to what I'm saying. If I age, well, listen, even the young boys, they acting like it's 22, 23. I just don't want to be
Yeah.
I got to be at least a
man.
young adult.
Yeah, we ain't talking about 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you said never, so I don't know.
Yeah. So pick the age. You said 6, and we understand that. I agreed with you.
No, if I'm a
23 is not 6. We're different, right?
I'll take 23,
So
but I
if you
got to age
20
mentally. Then.
Right, because you can't
Because I
age
can physically go do anything.
because physically you're not aging anymore. So
Right.
one would insist, would
So
think
mentally,
that
I gotta
mentally
get-
you're still
Yeah.
maturing and aging.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
That's
That's
like
where it
I'm
kind of
at
turned
right
into
now.
an old soul. Yeah. That's where you. Well, yeah. Or he ahead of his time. You know what I mean? Yeah. His level of maturity is well exceeds his age.
Yeah.
All those good things. And I agree with that. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Would you rather date? No. Would you? Yeah. No. I want to ask that. Would you rather date someone who your family loves and your friends despise, or who your friends love and your family despise?
It's who I love.
So that's the Trump answer. Like not Trump, like Donald Trump. Like
What I'm saying
what I mean
is-
is that's the
what
good.
I'm
That's what's
saying
up.
is-
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now I'm in total agreement. But for entertainment purposes, now I'm 1,000% with you, bro. It's who I love. But if you was to pick one of them, you don't have to. It's fine if you don't want to do it. But it's like if you pick one of them, just for question purposes.
I get it. It's hard for me to answer that only because I've never picked off nobody else's feelings.
So we know that this is not your real answer.
Right.
This is
my
just
real
entertainment.
answer is
whoever
who
you love.
who I love.
So I agree with you. So I'll do it for entertainment
I
purposes.
say for entertainment purposes, who my family love.
Okay. Because they're marrying into your family.
There you go.
That's where I'm at. And that's kind of, I'm not saying that I need to be your answer,
Yeah.
but that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Right.
Right? Because your circle changes. Right? Just had that conversation. That's a great one too. Your circles change based on where you want your life to go. Mm-hmm. And even your dating. Right? If you start dating people that's outside of that friend circle, your family still want to know if you're okay, who you're around, these things. They notice a difference in you. Your friends might be like, oh man, what she look like, man, or this, that, and the third, like, and they, well, your family is like, does she treat you right, bro? Do you treat her right? Is she a good person? You know what I'm saying? Did you fall asleep, wake up, and your wallet's still in your pocket? All that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, your friends may be a little bit different, but so I agree with you for that. Would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000?
What you say?
Would you rather win $50,000 or let your friend win $500,000?
I want my friend to win $500,000, but truth of the matter is, I want the 50,000. And the reason why is because that's my friend's money. He ain't got to get nothing to me, and I ain't expecting nothing. No, I'm really not.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
know what I
laughing
mean?
because
That's-
the answer
that's-
is real.
that's my friend.
And like we so connected in the mind.
Yeah,
It's like I'm like you. Do I want my homie to win $500,000?
yeah,
In what world wouldn't I want that for you?
yeah.
But if you asking me, would I rather be able to have 50,000? Well, there's only one scenario where I wind
It's
up
no,
winning
it's no,
too.
it's no.
Yeah.
It's not like if he wins the $500,000, he knew
He
that's
gonna give me 50,000. He
knew.
didn't say that.
It ain't like it was like, listen. I know I only won because E said he ain't want the 50, man.
Yeah.
he go 75, man, because I knew that's, and I still.
Let me
got
tell you
this.
something. You don't have any friends that would do that. I don't.
Well, first
care.
of all, they
Yeah.
don't know you did it
No,
for
It
'em.
don't matter. In our minds, we'd like to believe, because we all go through this. I'm telling you, the Mega Millions, $1 billion.
That's different.
It's not, because people will turn around and tell you, yo, if I hit this, bruh, you ain't gonna have nothing else to worry about in life. They're lying. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna tell you that you can't get a bottle or come to their house or have a nice party and stuff like that. But chances are, if you're not accustomed to writing checks for $175,000 or somebody, you're not going to become accustomed to it when you win the lottery. So the reality of it is
You gonna be just chill with me? I got you.
that's not going to happen. yeah.
That's
yeah.
how
You
it
can be
sound.
around. We
You gotta
seen
do- you
shows
gotta
like
do-
that.
you gotta
They're
do-
great.
You gotta do like the rapper. A lot of rappers did.
Now we talking friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know, you're going to take care of your main vein people like that. Of course, they indirectly going to be able to be beneficiaries from the things that you got going on anyway. But all of that, you know what I'm saying? You know.
But what they did was they hired them in their strengths. Came in and said, "Yo, what you really want to do? I want to be a chef. I'm gonna hire you to be my personal chef."
Yeah, yeah.
That's what Luda did.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you cooking, and you making sure I eat and shit.
Yeah.
But you not just here. You here
Yeah.
because you cooking.
Yeah.
You not here just because you just trying to get something.
You
from
got
me.
10 friends in mind right now that you would. You don't got to say because I don't want you to lose no relationships. But you got 10 people right now, 10 friends right now, that without a doubt you can say, listen, if I hit for life-changing money, $900 million, these people, I would call them and offer them an opportunity to be able to allow me to compensate them for something, to be a part of a situation that I got going.
It all depends on the skill that they hold. Because still, I'm not just gonna hire you because I want to hire you.
Just because you're my homie.
Right. I'm gonna hire you because it's gonna be a need for me too.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean I won't have a friend that I wouldn't want to have a hell of a business idea that I don't want to invest in them.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
They still be. They still be.
So those conversations change.
Yeah.
Right. Your mindset
Change.
changes. Everything changes. That's the
Everything
point that I want to get to.
And
at some point, it changes.
But the thing is, people, what we basically saying is, if you think like that now, if you have $1 million mindset now, because we want everything tomorrow.
Yeah.
We want the microwave.
We talked
life.
about that.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Right.
Yeah.
If you had that mindset now.
Yeah.
And we sit here, we talking about as men, making sure everything is cool for our family.
Yeah.
The only thing is missing is education. Bro, if you find out how to get certain trusts and how to get certain things set up, and it might cost you, they might turn around and say it's going to cost you $120 a month.
Yeah.
You're going to pay it because you're going to say, that's all I got to do.
The biggest reason why people don't have success is fear of failure.
Yeah.
That's why the conversation has been about fear tonight, because breaking the cycle of fear requires us to be able to be comfortable enough with not succeeding in the first place.
Yep.
You can't recognize success until you recognize sometimes failure. And I'm not telling you to go out there to fail 30 times, but if somebody told you that you was guaranteed to succeed on the 31st time, would you just go out there and rush and help and fail 30 times? That's the mindset of most people. They're scared to go out there and potentially fail to succeed. So when you turn around and you talking about getting the kind of money that we talking about getting, you still dealing with poverty mindset people.
Right.
Remember we talked about it last time in the last episode. We may not all have $1 million, but we all have $1 million potential.
There it is.
So it all depends on how you apply yourself.
Got one more for me?
We can do one more. Okay. I wanted to be a good one, y'all. So give me 1 second. Let me
You don't
find
know
a
what he's
good
talking
one.
about.
All I gotta do is read the questions. It's not hard. Since we're going to stick with a similar question, but it's a little different at the same time, since we just left off the question dealing with the lottery. Okay, I'm still here. The lottery, right? Would you rather lose all of your friends but win the lottery, or keep your friends but you don't get a raise for the rest of your life?
Win the lottery,
because I kind of came out.
Win the lottery, lose all your friends.
To which you have that right. Win the lottery, win the lottery, but lose all your friends, or keep your friends, but don't get a raise for the rest of your life. Like whatever your salary, you never get a raise again. This don't make you a bad person, right? But this question is real. That's why I wanted to be the last one.
I'm going to take it as a test. Because, I do my little... If I win the lottery and I lose you as a friend, you was never my friend.
Okay.
But if I keep you around as my friend and never be able to gain, how can I sustain? I can't assume that my friends are going to take care of me. And that, quite frankly, I don't want them to. Because I'm my own person. I should be able to take care of it. But I know how I feel sometimes not to get a raise in one area. When you're doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But you just stay there. Lived it for 25 years. I'm not saying it didn't grow. But overlooked. Jumped over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to do, political patronage, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just speaking free. All that's happened to me, but, you know, nobody knows who I'm talking about. They don't have to know because I ain't saying no names.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my feeling. So my point I'm going with that situation, it's hard. So you can survive, but nothing's more important than love and love itself. So if they are my real friends and they truly love me, I'm going to need them at some point because there's going to be times I need them when the money doesn't matter. But I can have all the money in the world, but then I found out that the next year I got cancer and there's nobody around. That hurts. Because now you got to pay a bitch to come sit next to you. See what I'm saying? So.
We'll end on that. I won't even give mine. You said it. You said it, brother.
That was another episode of Would You Rather with PSE, series of questions. Hey, man, this has been episode
217.
217. I'm about to make some shit up. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all can catch us at all your favorite podcasts and streaming sites like iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Red Circle. Anywhere you hear you get good music. Good music on those sites too, but your good podcasts at P. Tell them where they can see us.
You see us each and every week, right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. Generally speaking, it drops on Wednesdays, right around 6 or either 7 p.m. Time it changes, you know, so that's where you can find the show each and every week as far as the actual video element of it. As we say each and every week, we understand that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. This has been episode number 217, and to put a wrap on it, you know, ask yourself that question, are you living in fear? And if so, are you not only living your own life in fear, but are you also impacting or, you know, contributing to the fear of others? Be a difference maker. Start to uproot those things out of your life so that you can make a change for you and be a change for somebody else. All right, family, we look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Y'all be blessed, be safe. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Who on the porch?
Let's go.